Hello, I'm Ash, and basically I'm going to be very helpful and useful today. So this video is not going to be the most exciting of videos, but it's going to be helpful, I hope. A while ago somebody asked me, how do you set up an American bank account? How do you get a social security number? And then how do you go about getting a job on campus? So I'm going to be talking about banking, which is very useful if you're coming to study abroad, especially for a year, or if you're coming to do your full degree in America. Opening a bank account is something that you're probably going to want to look into and explore. Banking here in the USA is actually a lot different to kind of banking in the UK. In the UK, you know, we have HSBC, Barclays and other banks, and all banks in the UK are pretty much nationwide, as in you can go to any high street, any town, and you're pretty much going to find the bank that you bank with everywhere. In the US, that's not generally the case. Most banks are regional or city located. You know, you might have a bank that's just in one city, one town, in the county, or just in the state, and that's pretty much how US banks work here. There are a few big banks that you can find nationwide, like Chase and Bank of America, and there's a couple of others as well, but these still aren't guaranteed to be in the town or wherever you are. If you're looking for a bank, you're going to want to look for a bank that's fairly close to campus. If you're an international student, then the likelihood is that you're not going to have a car, and so you don't want a bank that's so far away that it makes it hard to get to. Some campuses have a branch of a local bank on campus. My university has that. I don't bank with that bank, in fact. I actually bank with another one that's just up the road. It's just a short walk up the road, which is really convenient because it means I can just pop up there and deal with anything that I need to do. Types of fees that banks have that we don't generally have in the UK are ATM fees, cash machine fees. You can use your bank's cash machine pretty much for free. You can withdraw money from there, but if you use another bank's cash machine, they will charge you, and it's generally about $2 to $3 to withdraw money. So again, research, see how many cash machines are in your area with that bank. If you are somebody who likes to withdraw cash, you're not going to get caught out because you can't find your bank's cash machine. Some banks even charge you a monthly fee to have a bank account with them. I looked at some banks and they charge, I think it was like $2 a month to have a bank account with them, which means if you don't have that money in your bank account, they'll still charge you, and then you start racking up fees as well because you're now going into your overdraft. Now I bank with a local bank called Central National Bank. Really nice, I love going in there. I literally enjoy going to my bank because they're so friendly. Setting up a bank account is pretty easy, pretty simple, and once you've found a bank that you like, that you want to go with, you just you can turn up at the branch and, you know, ask them, can I set up a bank account with you? What you will need though is you'll need your passport, you'll need the visa as well to prove that you can and are allowed to open up a bank account. If you have a social security number at this time, take that with you as well, because it'll also take maybe a letter from your university, maybe the acceptance letter from the university that you're at, again to prove that you are here, and you'll need your address. So if you're staying in the dorm, get the address of your dorm. If you're staying in an apartment, make sure you have that. And if you have a phone number as well, if you've got an American phone, as you do this, they're going to want that as well. So I have a checking account and a savings account. A checking account is basically just a current account in the UK. It's pretty much, you know, everyday use. That's where my payment for my job gets put in. That's where I transfer my money from student finance in the UK into that bank account. So it's just my everyday use, and I got a debit card with that, so I use that all the time. I have a savings account as well, which is really useful, mainly because I'm on a program with the bank. It's called It Makes Sense. That's the program I'm with. If I spend, say, $5.60, my bank will then round that up and put 40 cents into my savings account. So every time I use my card, I'm actually getting a little bit of money back, which is really, really cool. Again, I'm not, you know, a financial expert, so I can't go into detail about all the different types of things there are, different banks. You just have to be aware there are loads of banks, and don't be caught out or surprised if you go study abroad and then you travel for a little bit and you can't find your bank. It's a weird system that they have so many different types of banks. Setting up a bank account is pretty easy, and once it's set up, it makes life so much easier for you as well. If you do have any more questions, you can send me an email or something, a message. If you have an exact question that you want answered, I'll see if I can answer that. It's all about doing your own research and just making sure you're aware of all the different things that go on in the USA. And this wasn't the most exciting video, I know that, but hopefully it's going to be useful and helps people out a little bit. I realise that I'm uploading this on April Fool's, but I promise that everything I just said is real. Like, I'm not just going to be like, April Fool's, the USA actually doesn't have any banks. April Fool's, I'm not even in the USA, I'm actually still in England. April Fool's. If you have any more questions, let me know. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go out and enjoy the sun because it's getting nice and warm here in Kansas. So, have a good day. See you later.